Hello and thanks for purchasing the Vellum Creature Setup video series. In this video course you'll learn how to set up a creature using Houdini Vellum cloth. I've included the starting Alembic files and various HIP files along the way. I attempted to include as many cloth simulation trouble spots as I thought I could cover so that you can get an idea for solutions in real-world production scenarios. I created a character animation by merging several mocap pieces in Motion Builder. I pieced together several clips that had rapid motion and extreme poses. This character runs, jumps, and squats. This character also has some intentional self-penetrations, like a foot going through a leg, arms penetrating legs, a notoriously difficult dangling sword prop that presented a number of problems to simulating cloth. This character also has a number of layers of cloth consisting of shirts, pants, belts, straps, buttons, and a cape. What's not learned in this video is covering any DOPS, or rigid body simulations, hair or tearing cloth. Who is this video for? This video is intended for the beginning or intermediate Houdini artist who wants to learn basic tools in order to create and do shot work with a cloth-heavy character. I'll say this for the Houdinistas and the Houdini newcomers. There are many ways to sim every item in this setup. I just showed a few methods that work really well for me. If you experiment and find a new way that's faster and gives better results, please share them with me. I like to learn new ways to approach problems and I welcome suggestions. One thing I learned during the creation of this series is stay organized. Sim notes should be in any form that works for you. Text files in your code editor or spreadsheets, just stay organized. Always version every single Vellum.io node or cache that you create with the exact same version number of the HIP that it came from. I regret not doing this from the beginning because sometimes I had to go back and find work from a previous sim and it was very difficult to find. So why the Alembic to Alembic workflow? Well, for me, I think it makes the most sense. It's the most common file format and can be exported from various DCCs and rendered in various DCCs. This methodology can be implemented in almost any pipeline very quickly. You don't need the skeleton to do the process that we're going to learn here. For any Vellum sim, you're going to have to test your sim quite a bit. Your setup should be tested on extreme motion, like this project, so when it's in production, you can aim for being able to handle about 85% of your shots from your project with just the default settings. Save your energy for the really difficult shots. You don't want to be animating Vellum constraints and DOPS for every shot. You don't want to be fussing with the setup as well as tearing and wind, etc. Except that you will have to iterate. Get a fast machine with a lot of RAM, or you can set up a cloud-based solution like AWS Deadline or Grid Markets. They both work really great. I've worked with both of them. Make a setup that can fit your schedule. This setup takes time to sim, and it would work better for a longer frame project like a feature film. But with a few tweaks, it can be optimized to work for a shorter project. You want to shoot for a sweet spot where you can get great quality sims with a little time to spare so you can shape fix or run additional sims. There are a lot of great additional resources out there on the internet. I find the sideeffects.com forums and tutorials incredibly helpful, especially the videos for mastering Vellum that were created by the engineers that developed the system in the first place. Also, appliedhoudini.com is a great library of videos that can help beginners as well as experts. And intagma.com, I find their videos are very quick and to the point, and they're very educational, and I always learn a new trick. And tokaru.com, a great website I've spent many hours on while I was learning Houdini. Okay, let's get started.